clock doesn't look like it's gonna be ending soon. Is there more to this game than I expected, or? Who in the violent fuck is that? Hello everybody, my name is Caretaker and I'm back in the grave bringing you the finale of Knock Knock. Now, I know y'all are wondering why this is the finale, what happened to the other episodes. To put it quite simply, I lost them all. I recorded for a couple hours, and it all got deleted somehow, and it was a real pain in the ass. So I'm going to explain why I'm only just going to cut to the finale episode. I'm just kind of showing off the last house before getting the bad ending, and then I'll show the good ending at the end. Now, you see that white bar at the top? That is not only a time limit, but it's also a sort of health bar. So what ends up happening is, if you get hit by anything, your health goes down. And I looked it up and found out if you get hit by 2 haunts, just exit the game, like automatically. That's every single person I've ever talked to. Anything I've read up on it says don't even bother, you're gonna lose. Just cut off the game, try to get a better RNG, and then go from there. Because if you don't have at least a little bit of that white bar by the end of the game when you're about to get your ending, you lose. You just straight up lose. I don't know why my dog is barking. Sorry about that. He was barking at my next door neighbor who was parking their car.
It was your fear that made me.
And the morning came. In this game, you need to move time from the sooner the game ends, the better it is for everyone. I'm not sure if I read that before. How many more houses is there? Whatever. Anyway, I'm back on track. We're gonna start recording. Okay, I've got no more time left. I mean, I have health left. He's really close. I mean, I should be waking up soon, right? Yeah, hi, how are you doing? Apparently that's the boogeyman, and apparently my name is the Lodger. I honestly was not aware that I had a name, but it is apparently the Lodger. That is his name. I forgot what I called him anyway, so it works out in the long run. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and turn this. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never actually beaten the game. This is my first time doing it. I've been trying to record this so much, and it just never works. I'm assuming that as soon as I hit that clock forward, it'll end. What the hell? Yep, there we go. Bad ending. Pagurian. What's with all the runes? If I remember correctly, these runes hold no sequence. March 13th, Friday, calendar. See, from what I know is these actually don't mean anything unless you're I think a Kickstarter supporter? Oh, that's kind of neat. So if you close your eye, if you move around and you close your eyes, you can actually see the credits. Matteo Gigliari. I'm guessing these are people who worked on the game. Well, there's a Slender Man symbol. Press space. Okay. Oh, I can speed it up. Okay. Yeah, so these are... This is it. This is the... Well, that's cool. Those are the credits. Alright, well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and try to burn through the game again and unlock the good ending. And with that, I'm not sure. I don't think OBS will show Steam stuff. I don't think it catches that. It might. I don't know. Let me check. I hope y'all can see this, but Pagurian is chose to lock the lodger inside the cabin and remain hidden. So that's the bad ending, is basically you decide to stay in your house forever. People have speculated what it could mean, trying to say that he's a recluse now, that he doesn't really understand or accept the outside world, and it's some kind of anxiety that he has. I'll let y'all decide what you want to do, but for right now, I'm going to go unlock the good ending, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, welcome back. So, I managed, after almost 2.5 hours of playing, to turn off my light, to finally get the good ending. Now, to get the good ending, when you're in the house levels, you will see her, or you'll see her in the distance. What you want to do is try and walk up the path, like press up and hit her. Like, not like you just hit her, but you want to like get as close to her as you possibly can. You don't want to go from the left to the right, you'll scare her. You'll hear an audio cue to say whether you've gotten her or not, and if you do, it'll of course, show that you've got her by showing you a fragment. If you manage to get 7 fragments, like after every level, or after every house level, go to the forest and keep looking for it until you've gotten all the fragments. You know you've gotten enough when she shows up in the background after you finish the last house, and you have the nerve bar up top. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the good ending, and then I'm going to talk about the game afterwards. So, let's see what we get. Okay, I have no idea what the hell that was. But yeah, if you were to see her out here and you find her, you want to walk forward and then like touch her, like just try to get as close to her as possible, and it'll trigger a fragment, and then it'll get you the best ending right there, which is basically he leaves his house. I don't know, I guess she is real. I mean, finding her does give you fragments of reality, so I'm not going to talk about the game. I don't recommend this game as a game to buy and play. This is definitely a game you want to watch someone else play, just because trying to finish this game and get the endings in 100%, because I actually did 100% it. By some fluke, I got the How's Annie achievement, which has become a doppelganger. And what I did for it was I tried to hide when a doppelganger was in the room. It found my doppelganger, pulled me out, I took damage, but it gave me the achievement. So I'm not really sure what happened. But anyway, it worked, so that's how I got that achievement. It wasn't fun. I've been playing this game for God knows how long. Let me see if I can check my Steam if it'll show. It won't show, unfortunately. You should show how much you had in time. Oh, there it is, the top, I think. Yeah, I've got 13 hours in a game that's supposed to take a little over an hour to beat. It should only take me maybe 2 hours max. But that was before I understood how the nerve bar works. So the nerve bar works, and if you remember when I'm walking along that line on the parchment after a level and it shows his head, the further along that line you go, you get to the door, is your sanity. Basically, if you get to that door and you leave through, like you're too close to the door, that's you going out. It's a literal interpretation of you going out of your mind. You go insane, you lose, GG, you're done. Now, that is such a harsh penalty because you basically have to restart your entire game if you don't do it. The way you get around this is, as soon as the nerve bar shows up and you start to get, if you get hit by an enemy or something happen like that, if you get hit by 2 enemies, just exit out of the game. Alt F4, start, exit, just get out of the game. That way it'll reset the day and you can retry and get it. And I mean, let's talk about the enemies too. The enemies are really, really odd. I don't know if it's because I kept a lot of lights on and that's why I couldn't see them. But I can't tell the amount of times that I would be in a room away from a breach, completely safe, and then an enemy would just hit me in my clock. I had almost finished the level. My clock went from a few seconds off to 1/4 completed from one enemy hitting me. And it was just the base girl in the straitjacket with a wheel. Yeah, base enemy. All my time was gone. Like, the game just imposes these extremely harsh penalties, and it doesn't really explain a lot of what's going on or how certain mechanics work, which is weird because in the beginning, It's got these really cool little pictures and stuff to show you, hey, this is what's going on, wait this time. And that's cool. And I don't want to be, I don't want my hand held throughout the game, but some of this stuff is just so punishing that it really kind of kills the replayability, and I don't want to play the game anymore. I went from, this game is awesome, it's kind of spooky, I like it, to, oh my god, I have to record this game again. Like I said, I can't honestly recommend this game. I mean, it's a cheap game. If you want to play it, play it. But it's kind of ridiculous that I've had to look up guides and look up forum posts just to figure out what the hell is going on and how to play the game properly. Like, there's a bit of an, I don't want to call it an exploit, but there's certain enemies that can't climb ladders, and so a way to cheese it is just to press up and down and sit in the ladder the whole time. So all you gotta do is just and then you're done. I had to do that for a few levels just to get through it. That and like the endings are very, very vague. I wish I knew a little bit more, especially knowing the child story, if you saw the episode with the diary, unless it didn't record that and I did upload that. And if that's the case, I'm very sorry to get that. As soon as he says the diary is missing, just touch the door a couple times until you get the achievement, and it'll hit. But basically it talks about, I believe they were in a war and children were being taken away. And so what ended up happening is a lot of them were given to people so that after their houses were deemed going to be ransacked and checked for kids, they would give them away. And that little bundle with a blanket, what you can find in some of the rooms, is actually a kid, I think, because the person watching him called it the invisible. And it's always mentioned, the invisible, the invisible, the invisible. So my take on the story is that you were the child. You are the invisible. And the monsters outside, the boogeyman, is this creature, it's these people that are coming to take you away. So if you decided to choose the bad ending, you don't realize that you've got nothing. I guess he's an adult now. So he's got nothing to fear. I don't think he's ever left the house. I think he's only stuck in these woods. But I think that's just what it is he doesn't want to be taken away, and he's always in hiding, and that's what he does. He hides because of anxiety. That's the bad ending. He doesn't realize that he can leave the house. And the good ending, he realizes that, he's safe. He can leave. He can get out of the house. He can go do more things. What the significance of the girl is, I don't know. Maybe he's been dead for a long time, and it's a spirit or something is trapped in there, and I don't really know. I'm pretty sure it's out to interpretation, but other than the extremely just infuriating sections of this game, I really like the lore behind it. I like how they're talking about the games and the hide and seek. I've never seen anything like those before. And it actually sounds like something really spooky and fun to play, like a Halloween style thing, party, I don't know. Anyway, I've been talking and rambling on for too long, so this is it. This is the finale of Knock Knock. I'm going to be working on more Ben and Ed, or Ed and, is it Ben and Ed? Yeah, I think it's Ben and Ed. Or is it Ed and Ben? God, that's how bad my memory is. More Dead Space. I'll be doing Corpse Party eventually again. I'll be doing Grim Fandango. And I'm probably going to look into a new game to do while I'm recording this. So anyway, like I said, I'm rambling. Sorry. I hope you all enjoyed this series. I'm going to head to the grave. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome to town, everyone.